If you're having trouble making friends, all you really need is a knife. Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here, and I'm a knife guy. And I have been ever since I was a Boy Scout and earned my totem chip. I've even designed some knives of my own over the years. More on this one in just a little bit. I've long loved the history, the artistry, and just plain usefulness of a good knife. Unfortunately, that's not always a view shared by everyone these days and can make me a bit of the odd man out sometimes. Fortunately, I did find my people, but it wasn't until I started attending certain events, such as Blade Show, the largest knife show in the world, and especially camp-out style forum gatherings with folks like the L.T. Wright Pout House and the Becker Knife and Tool Becker Heads in particular. There's just something about, these simple, sharp tools that brings people together. I've seen folks put aside vast cultural and ideological differences, all to just share in their love of this sharp tool, this item that ties together our entire history. And I've made lifelong friends from these gatherings as well. It's also allowed me the opportunity to do some pretty cool projects over the years. Case in point, this knife right here, designed in collaboration with one of those knife friends, Mr. Igor Bortolucci, who hails from Maniago, Italy, which is one of the great knife-making capitals of the world. This knife is the StraightlineEDC Digger, and it is an everyday carry style pocket fixed blade. And that's a style of knife that Igor and I are both pretty big fans of. But why is that? For one thing, dependability compared to a folding knife. Now, folding knives are great. I do like them. This is a CJRB Maximal, another knife I designed. But even the best folding knives have parts that can wear out or break over time. That's just not something you're going to have to worry about when it comes to a pocket fixed blade. Secondly, cleanliness, especially if you like to use your knife on food or situations where it will get really dirty. There's fewer places for gunk to hide, so it's way easier to keep clean. And also form factor. Because you don't have to worry about the blade fitting into the handle, you can create a shape that is exactly how you want it. You don't have to, make it work just to make it a folding knife. The Digger is all of those things, and it's perfect for anything you'd need a small knife for. But even more than that, the reason I love this knife is that it is a testament to the friendship of one guy in particular, but also the friendship that the knife community has brought into my life. Let me tell you a little bit more about Igor, though. This is actually the second time that Igor and I have worked together. The first was this knife, my award-winning Pocket Tango design. And this was my first production knife to hit the market, and Igor was instrumental in opening that world for me and bringing this project to fruition. So when Igor branched out and launched his own company, StraightlineEDC, it only felt right for he and I to find another way to work together again. And this time, we wanted to collaborate fully on the knife. A little bit of me, a little bit of Igor coming together in one design. So after sending some sketches back and forth, coming up with ideas, the way we wanted the knife to be, this is what we came up with. Now the Digger has just enough handle for easy control while keeping it a manageable size in the pocket, because that is admittedly one of the downsides of a pocket fixed blade. Because it doesn't fold, you have to make room for this entire knife. So we went with something with a 3-finger handle, but we added this fob at the back included in the knife to give a little more retention in that back grip while keeping the overall knife compact enough to fit easily in most pockets. We also went with a fairly traditional spay style blade with a little bit of a modern twist perhaps. And that is a shape that works well across a variety of cutting tasks, but it's actually that spade-like blade shape, as well as a combination of our names, David and Igor, that gave this knife its name, Digger. And thanks to the versatility of this classic blade shape, it's also good for a lot more than just basic everyday tasks. You could even get it kind of off pavement a little bit, if you know what I mean. This would be a great small camping knife, especially as a complement to a larger fixed blade. Great for whittling around the fire. Good for a little bit of food prep even, especially in a camp scenario, thanks to the angle of this forward belly. Also makes a really fine small format hunting knife too. The blade itself features a full tang for strength and the excellent 14C 28N stainless steel, which is known for its very high toughness. That means you can really work this knife hard and know it's going to stand up to the task. A full flat grind on that blade maintains fantastic slicing geometry too. And it's got a stone-washed finish, which we love because that means even as you use your knife, the inevitable scratches that will come up are sort of going to blend in, and it keeps your whole knife looking nicer for longer. Now the handles are available in a few different shades of micarta, as well as black G10, all very durable materials. And they're maybe a little bit shorter than some people may have been expecting, especially for a guy with, slightly larger than average hands. But in reality, that short grip allows it to be a super nimble design. And it allows for really delicate control as well as heavier push cuts when you need it. There is still plenty of retention thanks to that lanyard fob that I was talking about. And it allows you to do certain grips kind of like this, which allow you to do super nimble stuff with the tip of the blade while maintaining a really solid hold on it. Again, despite the smaller handle. For even more control, we've added this mid-mounted spine jimping right here. And that works both under thumb when you need to increase your stability under heavier cuts, as well as under your forefinger to allow extra traction in those more delicate grips when you're using that tip very precisely. So the knife works very well, in my opinion. But it can't be a true pocket fixed blade unless there's a good way to carry it in your pocket. And Igor has worked a bit of magic here. That is thanks to the Smart Mag leather sheath right here. It's an Italian-made pocket sheath. It's ambidextrous for left or right carry right out of the box, which is nice. And it has this trio of magnets on the back side, and that is the true secret to its magic. For one, let's see if I can show it. The magnets actually grab on to the blade of your knife. So if you're worried about it falling out of the sheath while it's in your pocket, nothing to worry about. Secondly, the flap magnet connects with the body magnet, and that is what gives you your pocket clip for the sheath. It allows it to wrap around the outside of your pocket and hold the sheath stationary. And because there's no, sharp edges there, no wear and tear on your pants either when you're carrying it that way. Thirdly, because there are two body magnets, you can actually carry the sheath using either one, either with more handle sticking out of your pocket for easier access, or if you like things extra deep carry, you can keep things a little more discreet, especially if you remove that lanyard fob right there. Now you will need a deeper pocket, of course, to carry it deep carry like that. It's about 6 1/4 inches from that position, and about 5 1/4 if you're carrying it in the higher ride position. That's what you'll need for pocket space. Now, if you want something a little less bulky, or you prefer to carry it on your belt or around your neck, you can get this Kydex sheath right here, which is available for a few extra bucks. That'll accommodate those different carry styles. If you want to carry it on your belt, these holes right here are compatible with both large and small tech locks. And you can throw an ulti clip on here if you still want to pocket carry with the Kydex sheath, but the Kydex will be, again, a little bit less bulky than the leather. Overall, I am incredibly happy with how the Digger from StraightlineEDC turned out. And not just because it's a cool knife, although I do think it is a cool knife, but it's also more than that to me. The Digger is a symbol of the connections and the friendships in the knife world. And it's, relationships that have sort of come to define my life and my career as well. And it's a pretty special thing. And at the end of the day, it's those connections that is why I'm still doing what I do. Those are the most important things, far more than just the knives themselves. The first time I went into the Blade show, which I talked about earlier, it was like, ooh, look at all the cool stuff. Look at this shiny thing. It's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. But by the second Blade show, the knives were less important because I had made connections and gotten to know people better. So the second time I went into the Blade show, I was happy to see the knives, but my first reaction was, there's so-and-so. Look at all these cool friends and people that I get to go see. That is the cool thing. At the end of the day, the knife industry is a very welcoming place, and you could probably find your place in it too if you're interested. Anyway, that's enough of me yakking about that part. If you like the Digger, and you like what it represents and you want to get your hands on one, I will leave links, of course, in the description where you can go and pick one up for yourself. Until next time, if you want to see more of my other designs, you can check them out at nordsmithnKnives.com. And I'm still working on getting DCAKnives.com up off the ground for some of my other non-Nordsmith designs. You should be able to check those out soon, however. And if you're looking for a friend too, we'll see you at Blade Show.